Ryan Garcia says he drank and smoked every day in fight camp during the lead up to this fight against Devin Haney. I walked in the fire and still beat the up. God damn it, I can't cuss in the first 5 minutes. Sorry. And drank every day and smoked every day. Came out and still put the pace on him. I thought 100% he was going to end up gassing out. I thought for sure he was going to come. Especially he dropped him in the first round. He tried to put him away, used a lot of explosive energy. He was saying in a lot of his interviews that God already talked to him and God told him it's going to be a violent finish early. So I didn't know if he had that in his head and he was training for a longer
Damn near
fight.
was.
But he came in and fucking looked good. And for small guys like that, to make that an exciting fight is super impressive. And that was sweet. And Ryan Garcia is good as fuck.
Devin didn't look that good, to be honest. I didn't think. Well, I guess maybe he started looking not as good after he got rocked, which is fair. But it wasn't like, I don't know, maybe unless Ryan's just that good. Devin didn't look great. Slow jab to the body. He didn't look that fast.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't really, his punches looked like pillows. Didn't look like he could hurt him if he let him hit him in the chin. I don't want to kick him while he's down.
No, but
he didn't
I mean,
look great.
he was 30-0.
But yeah, that's crazy. Not really. I mean, he beat Lomachenko, beat some good guys. That was legitimately the first time I've ever watched Devin Haney fight. We were talking about that.
I was watching both those guys, and I'm like, you knock them both out.
Ryan Garcia's a dangerous motherfucker. No, if you say he's not dangerous, then you
I think
high.
he's been trolling. I think he's a master troll.
I think he's that crazy. He's just that good, too.
Yeah,
Dude,
I think he's.
you don't
there.
get.
You guys know how hard it is to keep cardio. He kept good cardio that fight.
He probably trained hard.
To say you're drinking and smoking, imagine doing what you're doing and drinking and smoking every day.
Bro, some people have different genes. I couldn't do it.
I mean, boxing's a little bit different. You
go
come
and
in here,
jog,
go
go
drink,
once in a
and
while,
smoke,
hit
come
the
and try to grapple.
That motherfucker came out, said, fuck your 3 pounds, and took a sip off a beer. That's like a flex.
It was funny, bro.
It was
He definitely
funny,
fucking made
dude.
it interesting.
But at the end of the day, like longevity-wise, like that's not going to be good for him.
But he's going to make his money.
Yeah.
The word...
What do you make? Probably 10, 15
Probably
mil?
more than that. I don't have no idea. But let's see where he goes in the next 2 weeks. Winning that big of a fight, making that much more money, having those shitty people around you. Let's see where he's at mentally in 2 weeks.
Well, he's already calling out some nobody on Twitter for another boxing match.
Fire.
So he's
But
probably
who's
just
a
looking.
nobody. I mean, it's got to be somebody.
It's like the guy has 20,000 followers on Twitter.
Loser. God, Ryan Garcia, though, what's next for him? Jokes.
You.
I mean,
Fucking
I wish
long
you'd say,
night.
fuck it, gain some weight, and call out Max for the BMF belt.
that very, very, very well could happen in a
Like, what are
couple
we
years.
doing?
But I don't know if he can make 45 much longer.
Perfect opportunity.
I feel like Ryan, I mean, God, it would have to make sense for Dana. How would Dana want it? Would Ryan want so much goddamn money that there's just no way it's possible?
Yeah. I mean,
But 2 fights down the road, okay, say it happens. You fucking turn Merab's nose sideways, T-kill him, boom.
Straight.
Piece up Ilya, 5-rounder.
boom.
Then what?
Max.
Is it possible? Is it possible for Ryan Garcia?
A boxing fight's possible, for sure.
MMA, no way in hell. I mean, no commission would even let that go, probably.
Well, you saw his fucking shell. If he did that to me, what would I do? I wouldn't know what to do with him.
Shelf him back.
Body shot.
We're both just shelving.
Body shot.
Popping hits.
That we didn't even talk about that. That was such a weird, and he kept getting away with it. He would literally turn 178 degrees around to where all Haney could do is punch the side of him like that. And he could, I mean, how do you find his chin when he's like this?
I ain't never seen a shoulder block like that in my life.
Devin's dad was
Headbutt.
Devin's dad was talking to the ref like, what the fuck you keep pulling him apart for when he's turning his back like that? And the ref said something back. But then the ref stopped pulling him apart after he talked to him a bit later in those rounds.
So I think the one time that happened was because he punched the spine when he turned that far.
Well, I mean, you literally aren't allowed to turn that far in boxing, I thought. You aren't allowed
I think
to turn.
it's if you're like, if it's not like you're completely turned around, but he wasn't turned around, and I think it's because he was moving too.
Well, those gloves are pretty big. It's like you're
Yeah.
trying to punch him on the side. The only spot that's available, you hit his spiny a little bit. I don't know. That was exciting though. That was a fun fight. That made me. I rarely can watch a boxing fight and be like, that was exciting. Well, I actually don't even watch boxing for that reason. But that was actually a very exciting fight.
Especially for little guys.
Yeah.
And
Well, 140.
Devin Haney, he's not the type. I mean, he doesn't have a lot of KOs, and he usually goes the decision. So
This is the Sugar Show. Why don't we do something a little special? Why can't we get him into the UFC with some kind of new like a different rule or something where you guys?
I'm not there yet. I still gotta become bigger. I got to be
two more though.
Yeah, exactly. 2 more fucking sick performances, then we're talking about being able to do whatever the fuck.
But
we want.
maybe 2 more. I think that'd be perfect because your pay-per-view was top 5 all time in UFC
Gate.
sales. Gate, right?
Gate.
Like that's fucking insane.
Yeah, that's good. But I also like that. I do think it was partly because of me, but also because UFC is just that fucking big now. They grew 40% over COVID. So from 2020 to 2024, they've grown however much more. UFC is just fucking on a rocket ship, whether I'm fucking in it or not. I mean, but I do. I feel like I could pull some numbs.
The relationship's so good with those higher ups. They fucking love you. You're not the. It's not like
They told me you can do a box fight 100% if it makes us enough money.